Hello viewers, we are going to discuss about exponential functions today, that is laws of indices. Under exponential functions, we have other subtopics, but for today we'll take laws of indices. But before we continue, please, it's a new channel, remember to subscribe, to share, to like and make your comments. Alright, so when we talk about indices, we are talking about that aspect of math that is with a number, that is a base and a power. Something like a raised to the power of x. In this expression, our a is called our base and x is called the power, or you can call it index. So these manipulations is what we are interested in. How to multiply a number in a base, how to divide, and how to do other sub-expressions. So the laws of indices, they are not summarized into any particular numbers. The first one we talk about is the multiplication law. That multiplication law is simple. It says that if you have two numbers multiplying each other that have the same base, you add the powers. For example, if you have a raised to the power of x and it's multiplying the same a raised to the power of y, the base are the same, the powers are different. So what you do is you add the powers to a common base. That is, you write the base, then you add the powers. And then what of when we have more than two expressions? If you have a raised to the power of x times a raised to the power of y times a raised to the power of z, to be equal to, you pick the base a and you add x plus y plus z. So that is the first law of indices. The second law we'll talk about is the division law. The division law is of the opinion that when you are dividing powers of the same base or numbers of the same base, you write the base and then you subtract the powers. For example, if you have a raised to the power of x divided by a raised to the power of y, this will be equal to, you write a common base and then you subtract the powers, x minus y. Same thing, when the power is more than 1, x, y, z. If we have a raised to the power of x divided by a raised to the power of y divided by a raised to the power of z, to be equal to a common base a, then x minus y minus z. The next law we'll talk about is the zero power law. The zero power law is of the opinion that any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. So if you have a raised to the power of 0, the answer is 1. B raised to the power of 0, it is 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. The next law we'll talk about is the fractional index law. Fractional index. Fractional is an expression like this. A fraction is a number that has a numerator and a denominator. So the fractional index law is an expression that has a base and the power of that base is a fraction. For example, if you have a raised to the power of m divided by n, where m is the numerator of the power, n is the denominator. So it will become, the denominator of the power becomes the root of the entire expression, while the numerator is the power of the expression. So if you have a raised to the power of m over n, it will be equal to the n root of a raised to the power of m. You can also write this expression as n root of a raised to the power of n. It is also accepted. So this is the fractional index law. We also have what we call the negative index law. That is when the power is carrying negative or minus sign. For example, if you have a raised to the power of minus x, a raised to the power of minus x will be equal to negative index. The negative sign here, as the power is telling you, inverse. So it will become 1 divided by a raised to the power of x. That means if you have an expression like, let's compare these two laws, the fractional index and negative index. If you have now a raised to the power of minus m divided by n, this will become 1 divided by the n root of a raised to the power of m. There are other simple expressions or laws we need to know. For example, if you have a raised to the power of x multiplied by power 1, this will be equal to a raised to the power of xy. The two powers will multiply out. So those are the laws we need to know, laws of indices. And then the other law is, if you have a raised to the power of x divided by b raised to the power of x, note that this is the same thing as a divided by b to a common power. So the x you are seeing, since the base are not the same, but the powers are the same, so the powers are the same, we factor out the x as a common power to both the numerator and the denominator. Our next videos, we are going to explain each of these laws, solve examples on each of these laws. So do well and subscribe, like and share, and then wait for the next video. Thank you.